Here is everything you need to know about the 2022 BMW 330e plug-in hybrid. My name's Denver. I'm a client advisor at Parkview BMW in Toronto, Canada, and today we're in an M Performance showroom highlighting to you guys the 2022 330e. What I like to do with these videos is I like to do a walk around of the whole vehicle, show you guys all of the standard features on the exterior of the car, all the interior standard features, as well as every single button, what every single dial and little gadget does, every gadget, everything like that, what all those do. And then I like to hop into the ordering guides and show you guys what additional features you can get with the packages, such as Essential package and the Premium Enhanced package and Premium Excellence package. Show you guys what all those features are, plus the M Sport package, which this beautiful Portimao blue 330e is equipped with the M Sport package. Show you guys all of that, show you guys the pricing, the individual options on the ordering guide, as well as the technical specs for this vehicle for range, exterior dimensions, interior, everything like that, and get you guys a good feel and basically tell you guys everything you need to know about the 2022 BMW 330e hybrid X-Drive variant. So this is going to be the X-Drive. BMW does make a rear-wheel drive version. Those are sold allocations only, so I will never have one in the dealership unless a customer comes in and orders one. So far, I have yet to see that happen. So the X-Drive BMW is just building and giving to dealerships. The rear-wheel drive variant you can only get from the factory if you order it. Only customer sold allocations for those models. What I also like to do in these videos is highlight all of the changes from the last year's model. So I'm going to highlight the differences from last year's 2021 model into this year's 2022. And I've got to say, there is quite a lot of stuff that changed between this year to last year. And compared to other models, usually it's like, minor change and everything like that. I've got a whole list of things that I'm going to break down for you guys before we hop into the walk around. But before we get into that, make sure that you like this video, as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm. Subscribe to the channel for more BMW content. If you or anybody you know is in Toronto and you're in the marketplace for one of these vehicles or any other BMW, please feel free to reach out to me. My email will be in the description below, and I'll help you guys through for the best purchase experience you've ever had at BMW. All right, now let's get into the differences from last year. The first thing is a price increase. So last year it was $54,000 for a base 330e X-Drive. This year it's $54,900. So we have an increase of the price. We also have a decrease in some of the standard features. One of the standard features was BMW's Live Cockpit Professional, which is the full LCD display screen for the driver's cockpit. The gauge cluster was larger, full digital, and then the infotainment screen was larger, part of that package. This year, that has been removed, and it's now a standalone option at $1,200. Now, this vehicle itself does have them, because right now when these are getting built at the factory, there is a restriction on the normal ones. So basically, they force you to get the upgrade from the factory. Everything being built from the factory is getting that included on. So even if you wanted to order a pure base one, you'd be forced into that $1,200 option right now. Once the restrictions are lifted at the factory, it'll go back to normal, but there is a lot of microchip shortages. Same thing with Harman Kardon, wireless charging tray, and lumbar support. So one of the things that got removed from last year is the option for a wireless charging tray in the Essential package. I can't find it anywhere. It's not in the vehicle. It's not a one-off feature. It's not part of any packages. They've just completely removed the wireless charging tray and the Wi-Fi hotspot. There's two different features that are kind of combo together. Those are just not available at this time. As we go through the year, BMW usually updates the product ordering guides. Right now we're on version 1. 2021's got all the way up to version 10 by the end of the year. So as they go through the year and factory restrictions get lifted, maybe they'll bring back the wireless charging tray. Maybe they don't, who knows. One thing I did notice that was removed from the standard option list on the ordering guide, which we'll get into later, was the removal of Apple CarPlay. But I can confirm now that I've been inside the vehicle and I've checked, it has both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so there's no need to worry. But like I recommend to my customers, just use the BMW system because it works better than both of them, and you get real-time traffic info for your first 4 years with a brand new BMW. Before going any farther, I just want to say please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and it does help. Stay tuned for BMW product giveaways. If you want to win something for August, just check out my other videos down below somewhere and figure out what I'm giving away, because all the time I always got a giveaway going every day of the month. Thank you. So the other changes that happen to the vehicle have to do with paint. So we do have some new paint options and some removed paint options. Generally, BMW always introduces new paints and removes some paints as the years goes on. So for removing paints, we have Citrine Black is now no longer available. Glacier Silver has also been removed from the options. Blue Ridge Mountain Metallic has been completely removed. Now, while those 3 paint options got removed, we got 3 new paint options. We have Aventurin Red number 3 as a paint option, which I think is fantastic. It's going to look really good on these with dark burgundy red. And then we have 2 special options between Brilliant White Metallic, which is a pretty expensive option at $3,900, and there's a Frozen Deep Gray for $4,900 that you can add on to this car, which would look absolutely fantastic. Now, keep in mind, when you are placing these orders, half of these cars are built in Mexico for the North American only market, and the other half are still coming from Germany for what seems to be the rest of the world. I think in the future they're going to switch over, and us in Canada and the United States and Mexico, we're only going to get them from the Mexico factory. But as it is right now, you can still get them ordered from Germany. You just have to ask. Some of these paint options like the Aventurin, the Brilliant White, and the Frozen Gray are only going to be available if you're ordering from the German factory. If you want those colors, it's automatically a German car. If you don't get those colors, it might be German, it might be Mexican made, depend on if you request that at your dealership. Now we talk about the exterior paints, we have some changes to the interior. Last year you had a standard leatherette, which you can get in black or beige, which is a no charge option. BMW has removed the leatherette from the 3 Series. I've also noticed across the range of a lot of other models, the 4 Series, the X3s, they're also getting Santa-Tech. Santa-Tech has been standard in the States for a long time while we've had leatherette. I've always wondered if it's been the same and it's just a different name. Seems that the Santa-Tech is perforated, so maybe it's just perforated leatherette technically, or maybe it's completely different. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually seen Santa-Tech yet. The one that I am working with still has Vernasca leather equipped to it, so I didn't get to see the Santa-Tech yet. But last year you could only get black or beige in leatherette. Now with Santa-Tech you actually have an option of 4 different colors. You can get the beige, you can get the black, but you can also get Decor Red and Cognac. So that's pretty cool where you don't have to be forced to upgrade to the leather in order to get a different color. You can get these other colors with red and Cognac while not getting charged extra and just getting the Santa-Tech, which I think a lot of customers will take advantage of. Moving up into the Vernasca leather, it's still the same price point at a $1,500 extra charge. There's one new addition though. They brought over the Decor Red from the 4 Series and it's now available in the 3 Series as well. Before, last year, the only red you can get was the upgraded merino leather, which was an extra charge, $2,700 I believe, for the Fiona Red and Black. That was the only way you were getting the red for the merino leather. They did increase the price point of that merino leather from this year. It's $300 more than it was last year. And just like those extra paints, if you want the merino leather, you have to order from the German factory, and you will not be able to get merino leather from any Mexican-made cars. So if you see any of those exclusive paints, or if you see any of those merino leathers, you automatically know it's a German-made 3 Series. Now, while we're still on the leather, I want to back up a little bit and go back to the Vernasca leathers with the Cognac. Cognac Vernasca leather is now no longer available. Last year, you could have got it. This year, if you want the Cognac interior, you can only get that with the Santa-Tech, and for some reason, Cognac Vernasca has been removed. I also noticed the same thing on the 4 Series, but for some reason on the X3, even though they pretty much share the same seats, you can still get Cognac Vernasca for the X3, but for some reason, 330e, no Cognac Vernasca. If you want Cognac, it's Santa-Tech only. Into the packages, there was a couple of changes. Like I said, wireless charging tray was completely removed from Essential. They did add back in the storage compartment package, which was Premium Enhanced before. In Premium Enhanced, it did get a small price increase of a couple $100, and they also removed the universal remote control, which is now an individual option for $300, and that's the garage door opener that programs into your mirror. The Excellence package also got a price decrease of $1,000, but they removed the active stop and go cruise control, which was part of the package, they were part of the advanced driver assistance package last year. That used to be an Excellence, which was basically active stop and go cruise control and the parking assistant. But once you're up into Excellence or Enhanced, it has the parking assistant anyway. So you're really only adding in that active stop and go cruise control. Last year, as part of advanced driver's assistance package. This year, it's now an individual option only for the active stop and go. Other than that, the only other changes I noticed was they did remove the maple open wood pour trim on the inside. It's no longer an option, and gesture control has been completely removed from all the option lists. Now, that's all the changes that I noticed on the ordering guides. I did notice some physical changes on the car. I'm not going to reveal what they are yet, but later on in the video, I'm going to highlight what those changes are from the 2021 models that they don't even talk about on the ordering guides. It's not even listed, but it's pretty cool little eye accents. All right, now that I've talked about all the changes from last year's, let's hop into the video and start talking about all the standard features on the outside of the vehicle. All right, so let's talk about standard features on the side of the 330e. First thing I want to start with, it's going to be a little hard because this is an M Sport package with Portimao blue. Standard feature for the 330e would be the no charge Alpine white exterior, where this is $895 for the Portimao blue. Now, this one does have M Sport package, so we have M Sport wheels instead of normal wheels, and we have a high gloss black trim. The normal 330e is going to have satin aluminum window surround. I'm going to try and plug in images of everything that I'm talking about so you guys have a visual idea of what a normal one would look like. These are the upgraded 19-inch wheels, where your normal standard are going to be the 18-inch style 780 wheel options that you're going to get with the all-season run flat tires. This is the upgraded 19-inch ones for the M Sport package. Now, built into these tires, you're also going to have a tire pressure monitoring system on each wheel, so you always know what your tire pressures are at, and it tells you inside the infotainment system in the cockpit. Now, moving back along the car, you have your mirrors. These are automatic power folding, so when you lock the car, they will fold in. When you unlock the car, they'll fold out. Blind spot monitoring and auto dimming and heated is all built into that mirror system there, all standard. As you're coming towards the back, you have the shark fin antenna, which I absolutely love that design of the BMW. It's coming back, you have the gas flap. Now, normal BMWs, you would just press this and it would open up as long as it's unlocked. This one, there is a button inside that you have to press in order to get your gas cap to open up. I've been told it's because of the hybrid system, the fuel system is actually pressurized. That's what I've been told. Now, this car does have a lot of standard features that you can't see. The first one is going to be the extra boost, which is basically when you put it into sport mode and you put the pedal down all the way, it's going to give you an extra boost of electricity piled in with the gas engine to give you as much power as possible. I believe this engine is rated at over 300 horsepower with the hybrid system compared to 255 of just the normal gas version. You're also going to have your driver's assistance. So that's going to be your pre-collision system, your lane keep assist. Both of those you're not going to be able to see the technology working, but it's there keeping you safe and nicely protected. Your 330e is also going to have an acoustic protections for pedestrians, which when you're running on battery mode, it's going to let out a signal for pedestrians letting you know your car's there, since it's going to be a lot quieter than normal cars. You're also going to have a rear cross traffic alert, so when you're backing out of a parking space, somebody's coming down the aisle, it's going to let you know and brake automatically to avoid an accident. Has rear collision alert, so if it senses it's about to get rear-ended, it will release the brakes, allow the car to roll forward, and reduces the energy on impact. You also have connected drive services, so you can pull out your cell phone, GPS track your car, ventilate the car, unlock the doors, lock the doors, check the 360 cameras, doing all of that from the My BMW cell phone app. Another standard feature is going to be the glass sunroof on the top. That's going to be standard on the 330, no matter what package you have. All right, now let's talk about the front of the 330e. Now, it's a little hard because this one is the M Sport with the black grills. Both of those are optional. So standard, I'm going to plug in an image of what the standard front bumper looks like. You get the chrome grille and the normal bumper content with a little bit of satin aluminum plugged in. Something that are going to be standard no matter what is your PDC or your park distance control. You're going to see these little dimples across the bumper. That is for the radar sensors sensing if anything is near you and letting you know so you don't hit anything. You also have BMW LED headlights with cornering function. So as you turn left, they turn left. When you turn right, they turn right. If you're making a sharp right turner, they'll get the lights coming out on the side to give you extra view. You have your bottom halos, which are now just kind of like little nicks instead of the full circle that they used to be. And then in these headlights, you also have automatic high beam function so that when somebody's coming towards you, your high beams will shut off. Once they go past, your high beams automatically come back on and you have maximum light all the time. Now, inside the grille, these are actually active air vents. So even with the standard one with the chrome, these back sections are still going to be black and they're still going to be active. So when the car needs to be cooled down, it'll open up the vents, air goes through, the engine cools down, and benefit in the wintertime, the car gets up to operating temperature, and also the drag coefficient for the vehicle has been reduced with these, so more fuel savings for you, which all the better, right? And that's pretty much it for standard features in the front, besides everything that I already mentioned when I was on the side of the vehicle. All right, now at the back of the vehicle, I just want to note that these tailpipes are part of the high gloss black exterior content, and the normal ones would be a chrome tailpipes here. This is also the M Sport rear bumper versus the normal one, and then you have your chrome 330e badge, X-Drive on the left side, since X-Drive is the standard for this variant. Your LED rear taillights, and then your rear view camera, and of course you also have your dimples for the park distance control as well, and then also all those safety systems in there. So I talked about like the rear collision and the rear cross traffic alert. Right below your BMW roundel, you have a small patch. Just tap that and it fully powers up. That's what I love about the trunk on this one. The gas shocks lift it all the way up. Once I got behind the camera, I'll come back and I'll show you guys everything that's inside the trunk. Other than that, that's pretty much everything there is at the back of the 330e. Now, I wanted to come around to this side of the vehicle because the cool thing that you get with the plug-in hybrid is you get this extra flap here right in front of your driver's door, and when you press on it, you open it up, that is how you plug in your hybrid and charge it up at night. What comes with your car is going to be one of these convenient chargers. You can plug these into your normal household volt or your normal household outlet. You don't need to get the superchargers installed, and you plug this in just like that, plug this into the wall, and it's going to charge up. On this charge, I believe it takes about 8 to 10 hours to fully charge up the battery. Or you can purchase one of the optional superchargers that hardwire into your grid and charges your car a lot faster. But you don't have to, because you do get one of these. Okay, now I showed you guys all the standard features on the outside of the 330e. I'm gonna hop behind the camera and show you guys all the standard features on the inside of the vehicle, show you guys what every single button does. All right, now that I'm behind the camera, let's talk about all the standard features on the inside. But before we hop into the inside, I wanted to talk about the one thing that I noticed, or a couple of things that I noticed that are unique to the 2022 that they didn't have last year for the 2021, that's not on the ordering guide. The first thing is the roundels. So you now have the blue, you know, a little bit of a smaller roundel with the blue highlighting it for that eye trim, which is super cool. On this side, I noticed that there's electrified by eye here on the side, and it matches on the other side right on top of the door flap, which is pretty cool for the electric charging. I like that subtle little touch. And then the wheels, roundels also follow the same thing, where they now have a little bit of blue and a little smaller BMW roundel will highlight the eye and electricity that this car represents. And at the back, you also get the same roundel that was on the hood. And then coming into the interior, you have the same thing on the steering wheel. So even on the inside, you're driving it, you get reminded every single day that this is an iCar. How cool is that between the changes from last year? Now, before I go back in and I hop inside, let's start at the trunk for these standard features. So once you open up the trunk, this is what we're looking like. Now, you're gonna get 2 pull handles at the top here to drop the back seats. They do only release, and you need to go inside and actually push them down or push them down from the back here. This is the charger I showed you guys earlier. There's a little bag it comes with. Your front plate cover is not put on from the factory. We usually do that in the dealership. A lot of people don't actually want those installed. And then you have the Velour floor mats, standard feature there. Surprising, rubber mats are not standard from the factory. We usually build those into every single one of our quotes because we find a lot of people want the rubber mats, but only the carpets actually come standard with the car. And then you have what looks like flat here, but this section below there is the battery. You have a little bit of storage right here, and if you wanted to, you click that up, boom, and now you have a little bit more trunk space. But everything past that is the extra battery space. Normally, the normal 330, you just have it here and it just go flat right across. But the 330e gives you options of what you want to do, and then you get a bit of a storage compartment back there. On the left side of the trunk, there's a small hook here if you need to do anything. On the right side, you have your 12-volt converter, goes up right in there, and then right behind here, see if I can show it to you, there is the emergency release. So if you try to kidnap anybody, you put them in their trunk like they do in the movies, they will be able to get out. So don't do that. Don't kidnap people. That's not good. Okay, so here's the back seats. Now, this is the Vernasca leather, not the Sensatec, so I'm unable to show you guys the very standard Sensatec, so we'll just work with the black Vernasca leather. On your door panels, so when you get the Vernasca, you also get it here as well, so Sensatec would be a little bit different. You have your door handle and your window control. Now there's your water bottle and a little bit more storage. Coming into the insides of the seats, at the back, they're going to have their own climate control section that they control, and 2 USB-C charging ports to charge all of your latest devices. Your headrests in the back, so this seat's been released, I can push it, I'm going to push it back in place since I released it from the trunk. Your headrests are adjustable, so there's a small button here, and they can fold down just like that for all 3 of them. And there's a small trigger underneath here. If you push that in, you'll be able to adjust the height of them up and down. You also have your tethers here for your child seats at the back, and then you have a load through system if you want to do ski bags or anything. And then this also pulls down and you get 2 cup holders right there. Other than that, the back seats are pretty simple with a little light control right here if you need any reading lights. That's pretty much everything for the back seat. So now let's hop into the front. So like I was showing you guys earlier, for the mirrors, here is the blind spot monitoring and the auto dimming. Now for the driver's panel, you now have unlock and lock here. You have your seat settings. You have your mirror controls. You want to manually power fold in your mirrors. If you want all of your window controls, and if you want to make the child seat for the windows of the back, child safety. Also on the back door, There is a locking device right here. If you find your kids are always opening up the door handles while you're driving, you can turn this and it'll be like a cop car where they can no longer open up the back doors. Back to the driver's door, coming down, exclusive to the 330e is this gas tank cap. So you press that if you want it to open, and then you have your trunk release you can control through there, and a water bottle storage and other storage in the door pocket. Okay, so since this one is the M Sport, you're getting this M Sport logo, or else that you'd have just a blank gray one. It might say 330e or it might say X Drive. Same thing with the pedals. They're aluminum pedals, where these would just stay black rubber and this would be black plastic. All right guys, my gimbal just died there, so pardon me for a little bit shaky footage of the rest of the video. I'm going to do my best that I can. One thing I noticed on the 330e, there's a little storage compartment that's just missing from here, which is interesting. Before I go any higher up, let's pop the hood. So you pull once and then you pull twice, and now your hood's open. There's no longer a latch underneath the hood on new BMWs. So you pop it open and it looks almost like the normal gas version would. You get a different E-drive on the top here, and then you'll notice a lot of orange wires in there for all of the hybrid system. Main thing that you need to know down here though is your washer fluid is right there. For when you run out, you top that up. If you ever want to boost anybody, positive terminal right there because the battery is in the trunk, as well as negative terminal would be right here. And that is what the engine bay looks like on a 330e. Okay, coming back into the driver's cockpit, now moving up, you're gonna have your light control switches. So instead of there being a dial, you just press that button for auto and you can dim the interior lighting. You're gonna have your vents here and then your full digital gauge cluster. So this is not the standard feature. This is the upgraded, what you requested to do from factory. It was standard last year. I'm gonna see if I can plug in an image. Actually, honestly, I don't even know what the non-LED looks like. I can try to plug an image of what I think it'll look like, what the other ones do, but it might be unique this year because they haven't showed us any images from the factory, and everything coming out has these. So I'll do the best I can to plug an image of what I think it would be. Don't crucify me if I'm a little bit wrong on that one. I just don't have the information for it. So this is also the M Sport steering wheel. I'll try to plug in an image of the normal steering wheel that you would get. Your turn signal stick and your automatic high beam light with BC. The BC will cycle through the widgets that are on the screen here. As you can see, all the information that you can see, and then your turn signals up and down. You do with the sports package, you get the sports transmission, so I will come back to that. Your cruise control will be on the left to activate, scroll up and down, do all of that stuff. Your airbag and your infotainment system, if you want to scroll up and down, volume, go through everything, go through your channel options, and you can use the microphone for the personal assistant. Then you have your automatic rain sensing wipers as another standard feature. You go up one and it's in auto mode. And then that dial right there will adjust like how frequent the auto mode is. And if you want to do manual to go up and do the rest of your wipers, you can. It's going to be your infotainment screen. It is touchscreen or through the iDrive controller down here. I'm not going to go fully in depth on the iDrive 7 system. If you're interested in that video, just click the link at the top of the screen, and that's my dive into the whole iDrive system. You can see a charging station here. Everything's highlighted blue for the 330e. Just give you a quick one. You get media, communications. You can go into navigations for map. Your main menu, you can change the widget. You go into settings and you can change all your settings. When you're in car, you can also change like charging and plan time. So even though you plug it in when you get home, maybe you don't want it to start charging until it's off peak hours and stuff. So you can set that. Check out your vehicle status. Check out any other things that you need. Moving down, you have your hazards button and a quick short key into your car's safety systems. You have your heated seats, which are standard, your climate control. Once you turn this on, you'll get the digital gauge and you can adjust the temperatures for either side of the car. Heated seats for the passenger. Coming down, you have your 1 through 8s. I love these 1 through 8s because you can save anything, not just a radio station. So say I go car, say I want to go to driving information and I want to see sport gauges. So as long as I'm highlighting right here, I come down, I press and hold on 4 and it saves in. So if I go back to menu, no matter where I am, and I click that 4 button, it automatically jumps up to what I highlighted, which was sport gauges. Coming down from there, you just have a tray here. No matter what you do, it's going to stay like that because there's no more wireless charging tray, which used to go there. 1 USB port and your cup holders and a 12-volt converter. This flap comes down like that, and you want to open it, you just press it like that. Nice little cover. Coming down, you have your transmission controller. So back would be for drive, forward is reverse and neutral, park, you just press the P. If you want to go into drive, you can go into sport mode. You always got to click the button on the side to unlock and to pull the gear forward or backwards. At the top, you have traction control. If you click it once, you'll go into DTC mode. If you press and hold, it will go and take the traction control off. Coming down, you have park distance control. So you activate that and you get your proximity sensors that will pop up. When you go into reverse, this automatically comes up with the rear view camera. So you have a battery control button where you can select, and you see the usage there where it will try to maintain a certain amount. Coming down, you have start stop. It no longer says engine start stop, it just says start stop because it's a hybrid. And then you have sport, comfort, eco mode. When you're in, or I guess you have sport, hybrid, and electric mode. Hybrid will be, 50-50, not 50-50, but like a mix in between electricity and engine. Electric will go pure electricity until you have drained your 15 or 30 kilometers of range. I always recommend hybrid mode. And then sport mode is where you'll get the extra boost, where you'll use the maximum amount of electricity and fuel to give you as much power as possible. Coming down, you have the auto hold feature. You can engage, and then the car will automatically hold the brake for you at a red light. And then you have your electronic parking brake control, which will light up red when it's on. And then your iDrive controller with your short key menus. Click down for enter. This is actually a touchpad for certain situations, and rotate through your menu. Onto the right side of the vehicle, you have your glove compartment, lots of space. Your passenger door has storage space as well. Up at the top, you have standard alarm system built in, so no bad guys can get your car. Auto dimming rear view mirror, all your light controls up here, your sunroof controls for opening your sunroof or closing the shade, SOS with standard 4-year roadside assistance on the vehicle. Now inside you have a center console, and you're going to have one USB-C port there. Hi-Fi sound system in the corner there is going to be standard, as well as up there. Okay, now I've been through all the standard features on the outside of the car, all the standard features on the inside of the car. Let's hop into the packages and let's talk about what additional items you're going to add on with each package. The first package I'm going to talk about is the Premium Essential Package. Is the comfort door access system. So you'll get these 3 additional ribs on there. When you press and the keys in your pocket, it will lock the car. Power folding mirrors. When you put your hand inside, automatically unlocks the car. Another function that has is as soon as you walk away from the car, it will automatically lock the doors. Just like that, because the key's in my pocket. When you walk closer to the car, it will automatically unlock the doors and fold open the mirrors. Another thing you get at the trunk is the comfort access at the back, where you wave your foot and it pops open for you. The next feature part of the Essential Package is going to be your heated steering wheel. So you get that little button right there, and you'll get nice, toasty, warm heated steering wheel in the summer or winter time, or whenever you actually want to use it. The next thing, part of the package, is going to be the lumbar support right here. So you're going to get that lower back lumbar support in Premium Essential. It will only be on the driver's side, as it will remove the passenger side one right now because of the restrictions at the factory. The next item is going to be the storage compartment package, which is going to be these nets on the back of the seat, be part of the Essential Package. And the last one is going to be at the front of the vehicle. You may have noticed when I was going over the standard features, I didn't talk about it. The LED fog lights are part of the Premium Essential Package. All right, now you guys have seen the standard features, you guys seen the Essential Package. Let's move on to the next package. We're going to talk about Premium Enhanced Package and all the features inside of that. All right, so now let's talk about the Enhanced Package. The first thing you're going to get is the automated trunk. So normally when you press this open, it goes up from the gas shocks. The automated trunk will fully power it up, and then you'll have 2 buttons here to power it back down, either close and lock all of the doors. That's the first thing in the Premium Enhanced Package. So Enhanced, the next package you're gonna get is the universal remote control, which would toggle up here, which you could program in your garage door opener into that. The next thing you'll be getting would be the ambient lighting. Ambient lighting would be in the door trim here, underneath the trim on the inside, and you can change between 8 different colors and get that ambient lighting on the inside. The next one would be the parking assistant with the surround view system. So you'd get an additional mirror camera here on either side of the mirror, and then you'd get an additional camera in between the grills right there. And then that would also come with a small button on the inside, which is this blank tile right here with a 360 camera, and the car would be able to see all 360 and then reverse and parallel park for you automatically. And the last item part of the enhanced package would be the head-up display unit, which would go right here, and it'd display all your information on the windshield for your speed and navigation. All right, now you guys have seen all the standard features. You guys have seen the essential features. I've showed you guys the enhanced features. Now let's hop into the excellence package, which has stuff from the enhanced content, plus a couple more added things. Now, the next package is gonna be your excellence package. So on top of everything in the essential and in the enhanced, you're gonna get your enhanced package. First thing is going to include this Vernasca leather. And then with that, you also get rear heated seats, which would be these blank tiles right there. The rear heated seats are only available with the Vernasca leather, so Excellence includes both of those. You're also going to get galvanic controls. So instead of this being black, all these controls would be matching the silver tone of the galvanic controller here. The next one would be the BMW laser light headlights. While these are just the LED headlights, the laser light headlights, very similar to what they have on the X5M here, where you have the blue lasers in between. That would be part of the Excellence package. The next one would be the upgraded sound system to the Harman Kardon. So you'd have a Harman Kardon logo here, and you'd have the upgraded speaker system for the vehicle. You'd also get the BMW Drive Recorder, which takes the 360 cameras and gives you basically a dash cam view. It will record 20 seconds before and 20 seconds after the event of an accident. All right, now you guys have seen all three of the packages for those comfort items. The last package left is the M Sport package, which you can see this vehicle does already have. So I'm just gonna highlight everything that's gonna be in the M Sport package and what you're gonna get. Now the last package is the M Sport package. So M Sport is gonna include this M Sport front bumper. It's gonna include the high gloss black window surround. It's going to include the M Sport wheels, the M Sport rear bumper, and then on the inside, you're going to get the aluminum door sills, the aluminum pedals, the aluminum dead pedal, the M Sport steering wheel, and sport steering and sport transmission with paddle shifters and launch control. All that's going to be part of that M Sport package. You can also upgrade in the package if you wanted to go, an additional charge and get red brakes or blue brakes on top of the M Sport package. You can add that in, or you can do different wheel options. There's a couple different variants you can do. All right, now I've gone through all the packages for you. Let's hop into the individual items that you can add on for your 330e if you're placing your order from the factory. Okay, now let's talk about some individual features. So the first thing is wheels. There's a lot of different wheel options you can get, and I'll leave that into the ordering guide for you guys to see all the different wheel options. You can also include the heated steering wheel for $250. If you just want a base 330 with just heated steering wheel, you can add that. You can also get the adaptive M suspension on top of the M Sport package if you wanted to add that. The universal remote control is a one-off feature for $300 instead of the enhanced package. You can get darker shadow line headlights, which will take all of this chrome content and make it blacked out for $500. You can upgrade to the leatherette dashboard, which is another thing that comes in the Excellence package. You can upgrade that individually for $500. You can add in rear heated seats as long as you have the Vernasca leather for $400. And you can do different trim options on the inside. So different trim for all the center console right here, and over there you can get wood trims or different aluminum mesh trims. You can upgrade to the Wakanapa leather dashboard if you wanted to. You can do the galvanic controls individual. Laser light headlights can be added in individual, as well as the Live Cockpit Professional. This is an individual option for this vehicle. And then the high gloss black exterior content. So the high gloss black grille that this vehicle has is individual option, as well as the tailpipes. And besides all the interior trims, that's basically everything there is for different individual options for the 2022 BMW 330e. Okay, now I've showed you guys pretty much everything. We went through the standard features, we went through all the packages, we went through the individual options. I'm gonna hop into the product ordering guides now to show you guys the pricing and all these specs. If you're looking to price one out of the factory, you can see how the ordering guide works. Okay, so you guys have seen the ordering guides. Now the last thing to show you guys is the technical specs form, so you guys can see dimensions, interior, horsepower, all of that good information. All right, so that is basically everything that you need to know about the 2022 BMW 330e xDrive plug-in hybrid vehicle. Hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I've enjoyed making it. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. Absolutely smash that like button if you are still watching. Subscribe to the channel for more BMW news and content and product giveaways and everything like that. If you are in the Toronto marketplace and you're interested in a BMW, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is down below. Refer all your friends and family. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you around.